At the beautiful Mandalay Casino and Resort at Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, it's the Geary, Stein, and Steven Show with your co-host Troy Geary, and yes, even Will Stein is here. And of course, your host, fresh off his one-man, legless tribute to Elvis Presley, the hardest working man in show business this week, Dave Stevens.
I'm sick of that gold jacket myself, but I hope you're not sick of what we're doing at Radio Row, bringing you some of the biggest stars, celebrities, names. And have you ever heard of a former boxer named Muhammad Ali? Well, if you lived in a cave, then I can't tell you who our next guest is, but it's great to have his grandson here joining us. So we have the lineage of your grandpa taking you through to your fight. So tell us a little bit about this fight that's coming up, and why is it so far away? Why is it out of the country?
I don't know. I'm super excited. We're fighting in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and I'm super excited. I've never been to Saudi Arabia before, and I'm excited to go out there and just put on a show for the fans.
Now, are you going to have to train differently because of jet lag or anything like that, or eat differently going over there?
Yeah, obviously, a fighter's diet does change when it gets closer to the fight. I think I leave on the 18th on a Sunday, so I think that Friday and Saturday I'm going to do some late night training and kind of stay up a little bit just so I can get used to the time difference. I know it's 11 hours ahead over there, so
spending a little time with Biagio Ali Walsh, who's joining us, and so this is your professional debut.
Absolutely.
Nerves, confidence, like what do you got going in?
Both, absolutely. Every fight that I have, I'm going to be a little nervous, but it's those good nerves. It's the nerves that make you want to perform to the best of your ability. But I'm super excited, man. That this fighting journey it's a great journey. I'm learning so much just about myself and about the sport and everything, man. So I'm just super excited.
Troy?
So about that, I just want to know um, what's one thing that really sticks in your mind that you learned from your grandfather.
Oh, for my grandfather, I think on the top of the list is just how humble he was. He was the most famous man in the world, and he never said no to an autograph. Always uh, took a picture with the fans. People would hand them their kids. I always hear great stories about him, and he was the people's champ for a reason, and that was the reason. Yeah. So I think the biggest thing I take from him is just who he was as a person, how much he helped people, and how much he cared about people, and those are the things that I take away from him more than I do fighting.
Biagio, we look at this, and this is very young. Did you get to have that relationship where he could communicate with you, unlike how it was at the end? And what were some of those special moments that you had?
Oh man, there's too many to name. Obviously he had Parkinson's. When I was a kid, he was able to speak a little bit more fluently, and as the years go on, as I got older, it started to, the Parkinson's kind of got a little worse and worse. But even then, so in the mornings he would take his medicine, and when he would take his medicine in the mornings, he was a lot more fluid in his talking and stuff. And we always took advantage of that, and we'd hop on FaceTime and talk and just talk to Poppy. That's what we called him, was Poppy.
And he'd do his magic tricks and things.
He would always do the magic tricks. His favorite one was the one with the napkin and the thumb. That's a classic. But man, I have so many memories with him. Every Thanksgiving we go to his house in Scottsdale and just get the family together and eat good food and watch movies. He loved like the old Western, like John Wayne, Clint Eastwood movies. So like watching it with him kind of got me into Western film and stuff. And yeah, there's too many memories to name, but there's definitely a few favorites that I have.
And he'd be proud. What do you think he'd be thinking of you and this career that you've chosen?
I think he would think that he'd be proud of me. He would say that I'm crazy because I'm doing MMA, but yeah, he was always supportive. Even when I played football, he came to the state game that we had in Reed, Northern Nevada, and yeah, he was always supportive. I know he would be proud of me, and I know he is proud of me right now.
So you got a 0-0 record going into this fight,
Mm-hmm.
so you are still unbeaten.
Yep.
Tell us about your opponent, what you know, and what you're looking forward to.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him. I know he's from Argentina. He's more of a kickboxer, kind of likes to, have the high guard. He's a little shorter than me, but I'm looking to go in there and just be a bully. That's what the mindset that I have every fight. I've been on this big stage. I'm used to this big stage now. This is his first time, so I'm sure he's going to probably piss himself like I almost did, before. My second fight was in a warehouse on a barn, and then the next fight after that was in Madison Square Garden. So that was a huge jump, and man, is it a culture shock. So he's going to have to deal with that, but I'm a little bit used to it, and yeah, I'm just looking to go in there confident, calm, and just do my thing.
Ironically, I've been sitting here all day and I've pissed myself too, so we're in good company. But before you go, you got any skin in the game? Do you care? Is there a favorite that you'd like?
Fighter?
No, as far as this game, this weekend.
I would like to see the 49ers win. I don't know. I've been a fan of Christian McCaffrey since he was in college, which is ironic because I went to Berkeley and he went to Stanford and we're enemies. So, yeah, I would like to see the 49ers win.
And I got a quick question to ask you. For those that don't know of your game, what is your style for MMA?
Yeah. I had no combat background before going into MMA. I didn't wrestle in high school, no jiu-jitsu, no boxing, no kickboxing. So my coach built me as a fighter to where I am today from a blank canvas. And right now I would definitely say I'm more of a brawler. I like to be in your face and I like to freaking get down and dirty and just sling leather. That's something that I like to do. This is MMA. Anything can happen. We can get in wrestling exchanges, grappling. It doesn't matter. I train for all of it. So one thing I do know for sure is when you see me fight, you're going to see an exciting fight.
And you watching any of Grandpa's old films, or Rope-a-Dope, or any of those kind of things you might break out?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like my favorite fight of my grandfather is when he fought Cleveland Williams. I think that is just peak Muhammad Ali. Looked the best he ever looked.
All right. Well, we're excited to watch you and love to have you back on after your victory.
Thank you.
Best of luck
Thank
to
you
you,
for having me.
Biagio Ali Wash, joining us. And thanks, man. It's just a great day of celebrities. Guess who's coming over in a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen? Wayne Newton. So we go from one star to another star, and that's what we're doing here at Radio Row. So for Troy, Geary, and myself, and once again, wherever Will is, this is Dave Stevens at Mandalay Bay at Radio Row for Super Bowl 58. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Thank you for watching the Geary, Stein, and Steven Show from Super Bowl 58. You can watch all of the episodes at yourhometv.com or download the Your Home TV app on Roku. Follow the boys on all social media and podcast apps.